All right, day 3 of rambling into the camera about this, and I want to watch The Boys fucked me up by only having 8 episodes. They had 10 episodes. I have 2 more weeks to do this, but only 8. So if I want to watch the last episode of The Boys, which came out 2 days ago, I can finish this shit. So audio. I didn't film it, but last night I had RB42s hooked up to the SMSL DA8S, which is being fed from here from the surround left and right, so just rear channel. And I was able to get audio, and I ended up going with a mini DSP. Here's a mini DSP working through this, and then I just tasked my friends with the wire. All right, look, this is pretty much done. This is a fucking mess. It looks messy. It was nice and neat. It was going so nice and neat. And then I realized I need to have 5 wires extend to the right and 5 wires extend to the left. More legs than a spider. Big one over there this morning, by the way. So what's coming over? I'm going to set it up. I was going to move the DACs inboard, but then I realized I have to use RCA cables that are just longer to get to the amps. And I'm trying to keep the analog pathways as short as possible. So plus I'm slightly running out of room, and then I only have to run. Well, I still have to run 2 wires. Fine. Powering. Right side, left side will be mirrored. Right side has a Heresy. Right side has a subwoofer. Right side has a DAC. Right side has an amp, and right side has a VU. Same on the left. There you go. So DAC, 16 volt AC JDS Labs, VU, USB powered. Actually, I had to put a USB power hub there. We've got these red RCA cables, which I'm going to be using to feed the DACs, coaxial digital, and we got these black and silver RCA cables. I think this came with a Swan set of speakers because they're really nice, like metal connectors, but I've never used them, and I'm assuming this came with Swans, and this is going to feed the VU. And I tried to find like cheapish RCAs, but I don't have that many, like ones that I'm not going to miss if I throw them into use. So that's 4 cables. The 5th cable is down there. I mounted the crown amp on the bottom, and that's going to power each of those subwoofers. And there's just a 6-foot piece of mica speaker cable out of each side. There's the 5th one. There's 10. Yippity doo dah. Now, the real issue, well, here, let me show you what I got here. So we've already discussed the long coaxial digital cable that'll be feeding this tower. Oh. And like if I want to listen to music, I don't want to listen to it through the analog outputs of the Basex, because then it has to be converted from digital to analog and then analog back to digital. So really for the purist in me, what I should do is I should put a switcher on this coaxial digital, and then I could switch, okay, computers digital. Does the computer have a coaxial digital output? I don't think it does. It's got a fiber. I can convert from fiber to coaxial digital and then have a switch box. It's just like, I want to hear music, I want to watch a movie. Hear music, movie. And it'll just bypass this fucking mess. Or go get the Pi 2 AES streamer from upstairs, which costs like $200 and something. So it's not like I have like 10 of them lying in a box. It's a very specific item. But then I could have the streamer sit here, and then I could just coaxial, actually you would have to fiber optic it because it's already coaxial digital in. So just a little fiber optic jumper go whoop, and then it bypasses all that shit entirely and just comes over the magic of the airwaves to feed it signal. So I put these, by the way, these subs on furniture sliders. I don't know if there's specific furniture sliders for concrete floor. So I put the smooth ones for like carpet, and they're getting scratched up like fucking insane. So they're probably ruined. Luckily, furniture sliders are cheap. These are not going on furniture sliders because I don't want to risk the integrity of it fucking falling over, because it's already like it's a pretty much like the fact that those fit up into the box and it's still front heavy. It's like, all right, stay. They lived on my carpet, which had a slight angle down, so I'm assuming they'll be fine on the concrete floor. Power strip, Nano Digi USB hub. The two JDS Labs Atom power supplies a bit lower so that I can get more length, because this one's gonna have to go across, down, and into the top of the sub there. This is a power supply for the Geshelli Labs, and this is powering the amp at the bottom. So I still have to figure out where I'm plugging this in. It should be okay. Should be. So basically I need to run coax digital up here and maybe power up here. This should be fine. I've blue tacked these down. And oh my god, what a nightmare finding the matching set of these World's Best cables, because I bought, they're like $22 a pair. So they're cheap, but they're not like, oh, throw it away, $20 a pair. And I was using the matching set. I had every length except for a pair that was matching, because the pair that was matching was upstairs on my temporary computer setup with the iLoud micros.
Daddy Zeos, thank you for paying for me to get my eyebrows done. I was a very hairy woman and now I'm pretty again.
Oh, baby, you know you could look like a Sasquatch and I'd still be all so into it. Maybe she isn't watching this video. It'll be fine. She's fine. What do you want? They come that way when they live down at where was the fake country she lived in? Fuck, I forget what we said. Anyway, so big spider. I think the rack was here, like touching that. It was covering that stain. I could probably chip that up. I'm not concerned right now. What I am concerned with is getting that mini DSP Nano Digi, that one, I'm pointing at that, is that one, to play nice with the rest of the boys. All right, I'm gonna put this right back to where I think it was. It was like touching that crack. Touch that crack, but not the drug kind, like the butt kind. It's much more fun. And then it doesn't matter left or right which one these are. Although I'm sure if I would have marked it at the apartment, which one of those subs was left or which one of those subs was right, I would absolutely put it back that way.
Look how red I am though. Look how nice they are. Wow, I'm so red. Holy shit.
Red like a newspaper. Black and white all over. I get it. I'm gonna stop playing those now. Sorry, Pasta. It's just I'm interested in that, and I want to do this, and I don't want to stop this, and I want to wait, because I want to acknowledge your presence. So, what I don't know is how wide that screen is. I mean, I know how wide the screen is, but I don't know where I have to set up the speakers. That's sort of like a guess right now. And I can't put the screen on until this is, like, the screen is not I'm gonna project onto nothingness for a second. Try to get this all set up. I do still need to measure, though. Tape measure. If I was a smart boy, which is debatable, my tape measure would be back on the tool pile so that I know exactly, like, oh, tools always go back on the tool desk, tool table. Tim the tool table Taylor. I'm trying to breathe. Like, I watch my videos now on like the Buchart A500s, and they're so clear that my breathing is starting to annoy me. So now I'm trying to like open my mouth wide and just breathe. Because I just hear I hear like nasally, like, why do I always sound out of breath? Oh, because I can hear everything I'm doing. Okay, yeah, I fucked it. Zeos did this. I know I have a tape measure. That's number one. Step one is to know you have something. Step number two is to figure out where the fuck you left it. This is my marker. Here's this. Oh god, this shelf is the only shelf I've got left, by the way. That's a deep one. I had that one. I bought that one specifically because the rack started leaning in my living room, and I put the shelf there for the NAS units, and that shelf actually touched the wall, so that it couldn't lean anymore. So I just kicked the bottom in, and then it was like a boom. It was like a support tier. Oh, there's so many bubbles. All right, you're dancing in front of a mirror, Pasta. I love it. Please.
Hold on. I like how the puppy mask is beside Trump and Pence. What's the den? Biden, Biden, whatever.
Biden?
You're so French.
Biden?
Monsieur Biden.
Wow.
Comment ça va, Monsieur Biden?
That's funny. I laughed. I may have a camera on my head too, but that was still funny. I hope somebody else calls him Bedin. Where am I going? Tape measure. Because I need to figure out how far apart to put the speakers so I can put the subwoofers next to the speakers. I mean, I can put the subwoofers literally right next to this. But they do run in stereo, so having them a little bit further apart might give the impression of a little bit more width. How am I so bad at this? This. The problem is it's not my yellow one, it's a silver one. Only the French. She types out now. What would I have needed to measure? See, this is why I don't want to put the camera on. I was doing fine. I was like, should I just film, but don't say anything, just don't talk, and just let it sort of happen, let the progress happen. And then it's like, I put a camera in my head, and now it's like, I literally was doing this for RCA cables. Now I'm doing it for fucking the tape measure. Oh, are we pumping water? We're pumping water. Because that thing's dumping its water into that thing. And then that thing's pumping its water into the drain. And then the drain goes out to the leaching field. Science. Would it be back in? What are the odds it's in the toolbox? Like, that would be fucking crazy. These Cat 5e. I bought new ones anyway. I'm a bad man. I'm bad. Alright, you know what? I ain't got time for this shit. Fucking... I'll be the Grim Reaper in this goddamn place. I'll reap the benefits. Reap the rewards. Huh. Like, this is bad. Like, I need to have, like, things that don't disappear. So that's 8 feet wide to the fucking letter. This is 4 feet. That means that if I put this here, if I center this, which the only thing I have center is the locks, then I know exactly that's going to move over at least another 8.5 inches. So basically, I'm going to put this against the locks and swing, and if it hits the speaker's not over far enough. You can move. Oh, fuck. After all that positioning, she leaned. All these sliders I used are really fucked up, too. The act of moving the heresies with the stands is interesting, because you have to get under it, but the stand is up. So you've got to sort of like cradle it. Or, like, if my wrist didn't still hurt me a little bit, I would just grab the pedestal. Like this. Now I have an excuse to breathe heavy. That's fucking annoyingly heavy. It's like picking up a fucking ice cream cone that's like... That plus that is like 58 pounds. It ain't fun. Okay. Is that a spider? I don't know. Okay, we are now officially clear of the screen. And I could always just edge them. Edgelord. Shit, I can't just put that in the middle because I gotta use the fucking special cables I made. Which I would have made longer had I known that I was buying a house. These things. Fork and petunias. Also, I don't remember. I think the way I did this was the ones with the red stripe was tweeter and the ones with the browns were the 12-inch because the brown will give you the brown note. So, like, I'm assuming that like they're probably they're not mirrored because you can't mirror them because you can't make the amp backwards. Although I could have made A channel, B channel, B channel, A channel. Whatevs, dog. Alright, here's where we're going to plug the VU control. This is where the girls used to sit. I can get the girls out of the gallery and put them back on here. There's not a single... Actually, no, there are anime figures down here. I lied. Where was I thinking there were no anime figures? My garage, maybe? No, blasphemy. So I need now... These actually are required because the subwoofers throw enough low end that when I used to play movies back in the long ago, there'll be this rattle, and it was the metal of the actual amp and the shit I put in the front of it that would just like buzz. So now, there we go. Those springs prevent that. Yeah, so we plug everything in. I used to just line this up with the back wood, and then I'd feel underneath it for like left and right compensation. You can give it a press down if you felt like it. So now this determines, so now this one actually has a little more length. I've got every window I could open. It's just it's basement. It's always gonna be basement. Even with the humidifier and fucking multiple fans. Actually, I should turn that one away from me. It's not blowing fresh air. That one's just blowing. I mean, it's filtering air, and it's probably clean air this far, and then it's just basement dust. So let's give this, as long as it's moving air, that's all that matters. I just don't need it moving it into my general direction. Wow, this takes me back. I was even pumping water again. I guess it's just pumping in 2 sections. This is taking me back. I was thinking about putting the fireplace just on the front of this. Just like, boom, fireplace. I'm home, bitches. The question really becomes is how much am I going to trust that couch not to have a giant fuck-off spider in the couch cushions so my crotch gets gnawed on. It's in the back of my head. I might as well be in the back of your heads. Every time you sit down, there could be a fucking couch cushion spider in your balls. Sorry everyone, that's life. Okay, so this one, like I was saying, the amplifier is this way and the connections are there. On this one, the amplifier connection is still going to be there, so it makes this one drag closer. So I really can't just like nonchalantly ninny kapoopy. That's a thing. I just said it. Plug this in nowhere. Now these are set up with long and short. Long and short. Wait, did I do these backwards or did I just reverse them? Because there's some long, like there's some ones that are attached down here. These little 2 reds. Let's do the reds first. That's what I gotta do. Pushing on the back of the speakers a little bit. It hurts my soul because I feel the whole thing like trying to lean forward. Also check these every time you plug anything in, because when they get loose and they rattle, you never know what it is. And you're like, what the fuck is that noise? I gotta spend so much more money on speaker cables, and it's just like, it's just loose. Bruh. Blow my nose. Yeah, final speaker movement will happen when the screen is back up, which will happen tonight or tomorrow. Today's the day Pasta and the crew is going to try to play Last of Us, which I've never played, but I've seen girls play it. And by streamer girls, I mean imaginary girls on the internet. Drag. I hope this coaxial digital, there's so much that could also just go wrong. So much that could go wrong. Any spiders? Anybody spidery? Any spider motherfuckers? Where's my measurement beat down stick? Like that's gotta come in like a lot. Like I have, actually what I could do this. Measure. Boom. 4 inches away. That's totally not straight. Measure. Yeah, we can move that quite a bit. Depending on how much you love your subwoofers, you can just kick them. Oh, fuck. I moved the rack, which is throwing off all my... Oh, shit. That was going behind the rack. So now it's got to come out because it's preventing it from touching the wall because I had it going through this little loop here. Oh, my nose. And I did find that if I lean them in, I got a little bit better imaging. It was weird. I mean, this will also be played with when it's actually running, but for now it's like... close enough. It's close enough until I do final adjustments. So let's plug this bitch in. I don't know if I should leave the excess here or back there. So plug these, because these subs were active, and then Daddy had to do some surgery on them because one of the amps was freaked out because it was a blown capacitor. There was actually a blown capacitor across the bridge of the speaker terminals, and not the actual amplifier itself. But taking them out was one of the best things I've ever done. So now let's plug the DAC in here. And left and right do matter because it's two separate signals. Because that DAC's getting stereo, but it's not getting left and right stereo. It's getting right treble, right mid bass, and then another DAC is getting low end, and that's how this all works. I've basically made it a powered three-way speaker, except there's still a crossover built into this. There's no crossover in this at all. So now I can move that speaker over about 9 inches away from that, and hopefully not fuck with this. God damn it. That's gonna bother me. All right, let's do that thing where I hurt my back from squatting and lifting. Oh Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus. It's fine. I probably look like a tomato. I got it over, but I didn't get it like twisted properly, so now it's okay. Hernias are fun. Surgery's gonna happen in like a weekend. Oh, that's not 9 inches. Oh. Yes, you know what 9 inches feels like. What? What? That doesn't even make sense. I don't mind like getting aggravated and sweating as long as I'm recording it. I could actually, this is my therapy. I'll have to move these on the other side. I didn't actually like blue tack them down, and they're a little bit narrow. I can go out. You can go out as far as you want, and then just straighten it out. Oh God. There we go. It's not like these weigh anything. These amps weigh like 13 pounds, which is another reason I got them over the Emotiva monoblocks. Did not want to be shoveling fucking, the big ones are 70 pounds a piece for monoblock. I'm like, ha ha ha. These are a pleasure. And even the lightweight ones are fucking hugely heavy, like 40 pounds. I had to play with some settings in the computer. Actually, the biggest problem yesterday, way after I shut the second part of the video off, was adding that mini DSP AVR prevents the computer from seeing the projector. Except when the projector, like this, it's now passing through HDMI to 2 separate items. So HDCP is just freaked the fuck out. I had to take it off HDCP 1 and put it into slot 4, which is not a non-HDCP port. Okay. Let me see. The lower, the upper, tight, tight. The lower, the upper, tight, tight. And there was some stuff on the side of one of these. It looks like Chewbacca sneezed on it, or I sneezed on it. Don't see it now because it's in a dark, dingy basement. Okay, there we go. Yeah, if I built my own speakers, they would just use these type of connectors, these type of Nutrix connectors. See, that's about as far over as I can go before we're like putting tension on that. So these subs can't just move anywhere, and I'm not rebuilding another one of those fucking wired. Maybe if I built like brand new speakers and I built them myself personally, that would be that would be an option. There we go. So now I take a tissue out of my pocket and blow my nose. Sorry guys, it's just his basement things. I can't hide this. I'm not an actor. Oh. Oh, God, yeah. Wait. The tape measure's got a magnet on it. Is it stuck to something? I like to stick things. Have them just hang down. Yeah, I'm gonna need my tape measure for the final adjustments or I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Okay, so now we have one wire's already there, so we need 4 more, and here they are. These 2 are lightweight power, and these 2 are signal of some sort. Now this one's gonna go along the floor to the DAC, into the coaxial digital input, which is the only one on this side. Boom, done. Fine. This one's gonna go to the, this goes in here. This is to make the VU light up and be pretty. Which actually, oh, is that gonna ground out because it's metal? It shouldn't matter. I'll put it around the side anyway. What actually does let me know if I'm getting near, like if I set those VUs, because you could set them in the mini DSP, you could just set the levels. And I see it getting near like red, it's like back the fuck up, because sometimes you're with friends and they're like, oh, Tachi, make it go louder, make it go louder, Zeos, louder, Zeos. And I'm just like, eh. Now this, here's the ugly fucking bastard in the room that has to just be like, because I can't make this, I can make it, I actually can make it longer. It's just USB. If I got USB extensions, I could do that. Or I can cut it and extend it. But one of the beautiful things about being in my basement is it doesn't have to be presentable. It just has to be amazing. I'm going to go behind this. Even though it cuts off a little bit of length. Because here's another thing that... This I can't extend. This is the power plug for the JDS Labs DAC. Okay, so that's everything wired up on this side. Without rinsing, because water bad. Let's repeat. Do one at a time. JDS Labs. Why is that crooked? It's not crooked. Did I have that one back further? If I did, I'm gonna be super pissed. Yeah, I did. A little bit. Like 1/8 of an inch. I can push this from the front. There we go. Okay, my OCD will just kick in and be like, why is that one 1/8 of an inch further forward? You want the sound to be completely off, you maniac? All right, and this goes here. Let's do the VU1 next. And I got the VU1s on like right angles back there because they are getting just like dragged out of this little tiny DAC. And I want to try to not fuck everything up real bad. Let's just go way off, way over. Back off, way off. My best impression of Kurt Russell from The Thing. Not the new Thing. There is no new Thing as far as I'm concerned. It's just the original. Well, it's just the original, and then the 1982. So that's it. We need power. How do I get this out of here without making a mess? Okay, so you have no place to plug in. You're just sort of like there. You are signal. The only thing coming from that back to this front is a single RCA coaxial digital. And then all that shit happens up here with all the fucking... So my whole front of my living room always was just one digital signal. Although in the old day I could switch between SPDIF and coaxial digital, because the SPDIF was what FUBAR used to bypass all the fuckery of my Tascam and shit. So now it's this. Oh, also I updated the internal firmware of the mini DSP and it fixed it. But now I turn it on and it's showing me a 1080p screen, 1024 screen, and it's not showing up as an audio source. So I'm wondering if I have to have the projector on for it to do that, which we'll find out in a second, because I need to get it to work to try this. The These are things I took off that mini DSP Nano, mini DSP YDG, the digital thing. I just need to get power to it. So let's Lutz. So I don't think I could plug that in. I mean, I guess if I got an extension, I could plug it into that. I don't really need it on a UPS. There's nothing over there that's going to lose data. This has the projector on it. This is my computer on it. This matters. That doesn't matter. So the way the thing is currently going is I have this spare outlet here with this heavy motherfucker, which is currently, oh, air, real air, like breathable. Currently it's got 3 taps, 1, 2, 3. And tap number 3 goes to the UPS, and tap number 1 goes to the burn-in station, which is currently missing all the things that made it a burn-in station because I brought it upstairs. But tap number 2 is here, and it looks ready to party. Right, tap number 2? Right. So I just need to get, and I'm actually gonna move this carpet. Give me a second. Anything power here goes in here. I will need to find an extension cord in this though, so these are all specialty adapters, which this one might come in useful because I can turn any of those cables into an extension cord if I need. So those are all there. Networking cable, shit. I'm gonna pull this carpet over and I'm gonna put it down real gentle like. I spent $70 on this on Amazon because it was going to go around Pasa's pole. It was going to, like, her pole was going to be in the center. I was going to cut a hole, but it was just too much in my little fucking secondary bedroom thing. I just keep moving these further and further from where I want them, or where they were, I should say. Do I have an extension cord? Another one of those things. Do I have a heavy enough extension cord? No, it's more of those things. I don't think I have an extension cord. The fuck? No, these are just literally cut. This is 2 ends of different cuts. So neither one of those help. Now I just chuck it out of the fucking box again. So what it looks like I'm gonna have to do is build one out of this and along one of those, because this can only go here and that has to go here. Actually, it's only about 6 feet if I'm real, like straight balls to the walls as opposed to crooked balls to the walls. So there's not gonna be a lot of draw on the front. It's only one little amp. And I'm assuming that's wind and not like a giant spider walking. Holy shit. Oh my god. None of these feel thick. Like this is a nice thick cable and this is like eh. And that shouldn't bother me because I know the draw, but it bothers me. But we need to get this, I'm videoing, so this got to get working. We got to get working on this. This one, actually, you know what? That one was really trying. Did you see that one? It was like reaching out. Like, let me help. Wait, this is just an extension cord. This is just a very, very, very short extent. Okay. These were, you know where these were in use? Under my fireplace mantle. This brought the JDS Labs one over. So I had more room to wiggle it around. So, boom. Not in this situation. This situation, this is what I need right here. Now, I don't know what's going to kick on. I think that amp is off. Yeah. Everything else should light up though. So. Oh, you bastard. You know what I forgot? Holy dick face, in my dick face. These amps aren't plugged in. I need power cables to go to here from the amps. Wow. So that's 6. That's 12 cables, 6 on each side. That's what that one on the floor is trying to remind me of. And I don't think I could use short, like, to the side, to this side one. Yeah, this is gonna be fine. Like, that's fine. Well, that works. It's just gonna be up. But that one's gonna need a big boy. In fact, I'm gonna go up higher. Wow, talk about an oversight. Zeos, king of oversight. So much for beauty. As long as the screen's up, I guess. Oh, look at that. That's a long one. That's a thick long one, because the longer it is, the thicker you have to make the cable. So that's actually a good thing. Can I fit one here? Will it even reach? Will it fucking even reach? It should. We're on this side, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, okay. So now my OCD is like, well, that one's thinner than this one, Zeos. The flow. Think about what Paul McGowan said in that video. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember what he said. And then I vomit. Here's a nice thick one. Actually, wait. Wait a second, stop. Do I have a second one of those? I may have. Feel for the texture. Feel for the texture. Zeos, the textured Zeos. I opened up and threw in these boxes. Yes, 2 identical Emotiva. These are Emotiva. And they're long and they're identical. All right, we're gonna OCD for a second. Sorry, everybody. I know you just, Zeos, you never are OCD about anything. And I don't. This is very important though, for my mental health, my therapist, the rapist. It's like, make sure you use exactly the same power cords for the left and right amps, or it's never gonna look good. Honestly, it's mostly about looking good. Like I don't think this is jack shit. Close enough. OCD people wouldn't be able to do that. That's how you know I don't have the disease. If I go low enough, if I like move this up, this is the USB thing. If I move this up to here, that stays plugged in, then I might be able to drop this down like along the bottom. The bottom, at the very bottom. My son, William, my boy. At the bottom. Okay. So now, oh, by the way, I didn't turn on because I flipped the switch on the thing. So now, those will be in the on position, which may be bad. No, because the DACs won't turn on automatically. I'm either going to YOLO my speakers off the fucking planet Earth, or we're going to be fine. That one's tilted in too far, by the way. I could tell. Click, click. We are running. Now, in a land of milk and honey, everything should be if I hooked everything up exactly like it was in the apartment, which I didn't. There's a lot of different shit hooked up currently. But the mini DSP Nano Digi, which is the brains to this operation, everything should be the same. Everything should be the same. I took out the fucking cable for that. I'd be losing my fucking mind. I did that. That was me. Zeos did that to himself because I needed to take that set of cables off to find the matching set of cables. So now, let's see which ones are these world's bests. Because I can go real short, or I can go like, meh, that's pretty short. Oh, we're going to go real short, baby. I'm going to plug in, which one say? Signal direction, even though I don't give a shit. I just got lucky that I had it in this part of my hand. We might hear a buzz. There's a slight chance we'll hear a buzz when I plug this in, because it should be doing its job. No? No buzz. Okay. I was kind of hoping for a buzz, actually. And not the like, oh, I got drunk at 3 a.m. sort of buzz, like the... I gotta do the projector on, don't I? Because neither one of these things is identifying itself as a fucking source. So Windows isn't even coming up. The thing is, Windows is showing a generic monitor, but it's not showing me an input or output device. So, click, click, and now we wait. This will freak out. Give it a second. There we go, okay. Lens opens up. It's showing no secondary display. It's freaking out again. Now we've got our proper secondary display, and now we have the output for the Emotiva 700. So that sort of sucks, because that means I can't play the speakers without the projector on. Why? Why you do this? Why you do this? Because the MC700... See, but it's showing me the MC700. So it's completely transparent through the mini DSP. It's not showing me the projector. It's like the Emotiva needed to wake up. I'm gonna put on a movie. Do I have the fucking movies folder open? I thought I did. Music, anime, hentai, movies. There we go. Ant-Man the Wasp. Still hasn't seen it. Ant-Man. Okay, there's screen. That's rear channels. So these back channels are hooked up. So they're indicating that, look, here's our levels. If you can, I'll take the headphone cam off. You can see Ant-Man the Wasp is doing a full 7.1 complement. Front, left, right, sub, center, which it's getting a center, but it's told not to have a center there, which is fine. Surround left, surround right, rear left, rear right. So those are all doing things. The question is, why? The question is why. And we can see here, those are the indicators for left and right signal from this. I'm gonna have to shut off these rears. So we're getting signal out of this DA, which should be sending it all the way to that. The problem now is, why is nothing else making sound? This might need... See, one tap, I should be seeing a signal output. I'm not, from the mini DSP. So I'm going to unplug the mini DSP, plug the mini DSP back in. That says locked there. But I trust this. Wait, what is it doing? So this isn't getting a signal in at all, which means the Nano Digi is doing something weird or wrong, or it's just not getting signal through the wire. Let's see. Let's see if the locked indicator, whoop, on that goes away when I open this. Well, actually, am I getting nothing there either? Give me cord. I need cord, not Korg. I need cord. So unplugging this does nothing. So the question is this too long? Is the digital coaxial too long? Or, I know what it is. The odds of this fixing it are very, very fucking slim. Because if this doesn't fix it, then I gotta go get my laptop. The one that's mounted to the 65-inch rolling television. Because that needs to be hooked up to a computer so I can access it, because I don't know how the Wi-Fi thing works. It's set to the fiber optic input and not the coaxial digital. Which means I'd have to switch this or this, or this. See, I don't think any of these are programmed into it. Yeah, the NanoDigi's a NanoDigi. I need to get into NanoDigi. I'm sure it's getting signal through that coaxial. I just can't access the settings of it. Unless... See, I don't know how the Wi-Fi thing is supposed to work. The Wi-Fi thing is the key to this. If I can be on this computer and load up the NanoDigi, which I don't think I have the software for it currently. Hold on. User downloads. Have you ever known how Mini DSP works, real quick? You buy the item, you get a code, you log into an account you make on minidsp.com, you give it the code, and you're like, I own this unit. And they're like, all right, you have access to download these things. So here's all the things I have access to download. So the NanoDigi is this. It's called a plugin. It's not a plugin. We're not plugging it into anything, but it's called a plugin. They're real... They need to not call it a plugin, because it sounds like a plugin would go into a piece of software, and it's not. Published on December 2018, last updated September 2019. The NanoDigi is such a powerful piece of equipment. I don't know why they have just like abandoned it. And you get firmware, Mac OS, and then Windows. We run this. We run the NanoDigi.exe. It sometimes tells you to install Microsoft Air, which is actually, is it doing that? No, it's not. I've already got Air installed. Installing application. I don't think, from what I remember, I used to have two pieces of this software. Oh, it ran. Usually only one works. Usually you can't have like the Nano AVR and this one working, unless those were just, because the newer 2x4 Mini DSP runs in the same like operating system. You can see this one's newer and that one's older. I don't have an IP address for that, unless it is actually connected to my network, which it can't be connected to my network, because I got to read the instructions, which someone sent to me in the Twitch co-hosts. I don't know what we're looking at here. It's a picture of something. Is it dirty? Oh, it's very dirty. Why would someone send me that? Why would you send me that? Like now, like right now. No, Twitch co-hosts chat. Holy fuck, there's so many. So here's the manual for that little, you don't know what I'm talking about, this little Wi-Fi thing here. So according to this picture, Wi-Fi base station or router connects to it, and then the computer running Mini DSP plugin can then connect to it. That's station mode. The Mini DSP plugin running on the computer is able to transparently detect the hardware connected to the YDG but operate just through hardware. Okay, how? How? I'm gonna hit connect. Device found. Connect to your board timed out. Yeah, no, the device is definitely not found. Oh, it's gonna be that thing where I can't run both. The device that's been found is the fucking one that's plugged directly in. This has to go through an IP address, which I need to get the IP. I understand like how concepts of it work. There's an IP address field in both of these. Either one can be on this Wi-Fi thing. I just need to know how to get the fucking Wi-Fi thing. It does not support streaming audio. Therefore, it's supposed to could use configuration only. That's fine. That's what I want. Currently, use of multiple on the same network is not supported. Wow, that sucks. You can't even have multiple, so you can control multiple. Mini DSP is like the greatest fucking thing ever, but they're just a little bit too far behind. There's a Wi-Fi button. Restore the factory default setting. See page 178. There's only 18 pages in this. What? Do I have to run an app? They're an app. I think it's a Mini DSP app. I think I have to run an app. I think that is. I think I have to. I'm stopping for now. We did a lot in the front of this. I'm pretty sure I need to install an app on my phone, then have that connect to my phone, then have my phone tell that the Wi-Fi network here. And then that will connect to my Wi-Fi network here, and then my phone can be deleted. And then this will have an IP address for that, Hopefully I can look it up through my fucking mess of networking bullshit. Oh God, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sure this will be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. When sound comes on, I'll put the camera back on. Well, there's sound, but not the way you think. So, I think I got it connected to the Wi-Fi thing, which involved hooking up my network cable that was going to my computer to it, then logging in to a default IP address, because the one in the manual was like, no, if this doesn't work, try this. Entering my Wi-Fi information, then unplugging it. Now, I've got a green light there, and this doesn't say it's not connected. Here, I'm gonna close it again. And I got two of them here. I'm gonna open the white one because I may have to unplug that. Because here, it's set to auto IP address, which means you should find the IP address. I know what it is, but it's set to auto find it. It should take up to a minute. It never fills it out, but if I hit connect, it says device found, waiting to launch the Air application, incorrect device, which makes me think it's finding this fucking thing, even though I've got an IP address in it. So I'm going to unplug the, because that doesn't need a USB plug into it, just to configure it. So I unplug that, connecting to the system. Cannot connect to the system. Okay, stop your trying. Stop your trying. Anyway, so my first, what I thought I was in there, I obviously wasn't in there. But to test the coaxial coming out of the converter box, I whipped out this Loxg D30. Yeah, we're gonna get real confusing with Topping and Loxg. They have the exact same, I think it's A30 and D30. It's a beautiful unit, by the way. So I have my Neumanns listening to the output of the converter. Just coaxial digital in, 192, it connects, it's fine. I've got to disconnect it from the mini DSP over there. So can I just paste the plug in? Yeah, okay. Connecting to the system. Now that I've given it the IP address. Okay, mini DSP kit with serial number was detected. Please choose the following options. Synchronize, restore, help, cancel. Synchronize. It doesn't matter. This one doesn't remember anything, I don't think. Synchronize from a board. So we now are on Toslink. I'm switching to, oh God, how loud's my volume? I don't know what's going to happen. Like I'm trying to be real cool. Oh, it's not hooked up. Never mind. SPDIF. So let's hook it up to SPDIF. So now we're set to, whoa. Oh, I thought there was glowing coming from the fucking DAC. The projector was shooting like perfectly. Oh, it was weird. So now, it says I'm connected. I could switch between configurations. I'm going to have to synchronize every one of these. I don't know if I have my configurations saved anywhere. They're not that hard to set up. I'll just have to figure out my crossover points again. So now that I know the coaxial is working here, let's see if it works. I've got to disconnect things. I just want to make sure it works over the extremely long length, which it should. But we're going to do it just badass, you know, bare skin right now. We have sound. We have connection here. That's showing. That's... Oh, no. I thought that was the thing moving. So now we officially have sound. So now... So I gotta, fuck, I hate mini DSP sometimes. Can't have too many DSPs hooked up to the same computer. Even if one's fucking wireless. The apps can't exist. Like, they can't, I'm trying to connect to this even though I've got an IP. That sounds like shit. The reason it sounds like shit is because we're on config 1 here, real quick. A little less than a mini DSP. Config 1, show the, monitor the input. Look, we got input, here it is. Both A and B. Here's the routing we have, which is completely fucking weird. I'm gonna have to rename all this shit. So let's call the input 1 left. And we'll call input 2 right. That makes sense, correct? Routing, so I have left and right. So I think... So we're hearing output 5. Output 5 is making sound. Did I wire it backwards? It's only coming out of the treble, and it's only coming out of the right side. All on. Everything's on. To 4-way. That's so weird. We got some weird shit happening, boys and girls. So here's our outputs. And their outputs are weird crossovers that like comes with set up to be a crossover. So you've got to, like, you get this brand new unit and you expect it to just be blank, and it's not. It's like it's set up for a 4-way crossover. Which 1, 2, I actually have a 3-way crossover going in. So that might help, it doesn't. So basically you got to bypass, and you got to bypass the crossover on every single fucking one of these to make it just output. I got to bypass twice on that one. Crossover, yeah, you got to bypass. And now we should get a full signal out of at least one of my speakers. Bypass. And then crossover. Bypass. I missed one. Which one did I miss? This one. Okay, so now, only on config 1, I've bypassed everything. So now we go to the routing and we try to see what's what. That sounds crunchy and distorted. Why? Why am I crunchy and distorted? I'm pushing out at 192. That should be fine. The subs are getting signal. You can see them down there. They're just the very smallest I/O. Oh, Jesus Christ. I know why I'm getting distortion. Did I put them back in? Am I an idiot? Did I do that twice? Did I do it fucking twice? I did. I did it fucking twice. I was back here too. The fucking bridges are in. Oh God. What a just because I didn't want to lose them. And I'm like, I'll remember to take them out before I hook these back up at the new house. Because they're upstairs. They were God. I needed the bridges back in to play them upstairs. I did that. That's twice. It's fine. I'm fine. I can just push my like fucking. Thank God I'm doing experimentation. I'm doing it slowly. Slowly with low volumes. Why does it sound crunchy? Same reason it sounded crunchy the first time you built these fucking cables, you moron. Always. Never forget to check your references. Why does it sound crunchy? If it sounds crunchy, check for shorting. That's my fucking personal advice to you right now. Now let's see what goes on. Nothing. Nothing. Subwoofer. Output 3 is subwoofer. That doesn't make any sense. 3 and 4 are sub. This is reversed. Because it should be speaker, speaker, subs, VU. It's just the way the mini DSP is not labeled. So I have to 1, 2, 3. Because in my brain, this is completely a fucking mess. Your subs, your VU, and then I have to reverse the cables so that red is on the right. We'll see if this fixes it in my head at least. Okay. Coaxial in. What's bothering me is not being able to get the VU to like make a signal. Connection to DSP closed. Did I fuck something up? Connect again. Okay. Doesn't say we're not connected. That's definitely the right channel. All on. Do it. Mute. Did I never plug the wires in to this amp? And that's why I'm a moron? Yeah. Yeah. That's the reason. Zeus, you're a professional, right? Look at that big, beautiful house you've got. Yes. Yes. I am a professional. First layer, networking. First day networking. If something's wrong, see if it's plugged in. This computer won't connect. Is it plugged in? So now, for fucking sake, now. Okay. Left channel. There's low end. Holy fuck. What did I just... I'm... Okay. Monitor left is fine. Monitor right. I'm going to mute the right channel input. And then we're going to play with routing. Because it should be... left channel input. Right channel sub. Left channel... left and right sub, and then left and right. That's what it should be. And then if I go to inputs and that should be it. There's just no crossovers or anything. We have subs. Okay, we have something. But if you haven't seen Apocalypto, please watch. Okay, so now... mute, 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 mute. So now I have the first 4 muted, which should be... the subs are still going. Why are the VUs not on? That's what's blowing my mind, is I'm not seeing any visual VU-ness. Like, this should be... I just saw it light up. If I'm not pushing enough signal to make the VUs make sound, maybe I'm not pushing enough signal. Coaxial in. I know the bottom of this unit has a switch between coaxial or fiber optic, and I've never actually tested it with coaxial. I've tested it with fiber optic, and it worked. Let's just try jamming the fucking... that output up. I'm already up to 0, so I don't know how to make it like more. Maybe I just need like Fury Road. Maybe that's what maybe the answer is Fury Road. I think we could all agree that that's never not the answer. Now, is that under Mad Max Fury Road or just under Fury Road? It's under Mad Max, which it should be. It is Mad Max 4 Beyond Fury Road. We got that one going. Why didn't the other one go? So at least we saw... I'm at 0 here. I'm so loud on that fucking thing. I'm gonna go back and just watch. I want to see that VU meter. So left side is working, right side's not working. Is that a power issue or signal? And this is a stupid thing to complain about because we're like...
My name is Max.
Inputs, RCAs, inputs, RCAs. You know what is bothering me though? That's real quiet. Why is it so quiet? It might be quiet because of something in this mini DSP. Yeah, that one's not doing anything. Maybe the actual wire's gone bad, like the power wire. Let's see. All right. Try not to watch a movie on YouTube, but this is like a thing. So that one's working pretty good. That one's ain'tdoingjackshit.com. Ain'tdoingjackshit.com. I wonder if it's just a bad cable. Because she flashes, but it's like, I don't know if I trust these shitty... Oh, there we go. That made the flashy flash. It might be a broken connector inside of it. All right, VUs are working currently. Oh my God, I just realized I could have put the amps backwards and the VUs would have been going in. Do the VUs go out? Or do the VUs go in? Makes no never mind. Okay, so so now we have that's the bass driver on that one. That's the bass driver on that one. Those are the horns on their own.
A man reduced to a
Survive. Okay, so it all works. And our crossovers are all fucking fucked. Parametric EQs are off. We have sound. So now comes the process of me taking a leak, coming back down here, and just from memory setting up the crossover points for the sub. If you don't know what for some reason you don't know what the heresies look like. This is it. So that's a 10-inch subwoofer with two 10-inch passive radiators. That's a front firing 12. Then we have two horns, and this is being controlled separately from this, and this is being controlled separately from that. So I have three things with three separate crossovers. That's currently the whole movie's playing through these subs because there's no crossover set. And it's like, oh, these, and I actually have them turned down, which explains a lot. These are usually maxed out. No. Oh God. All right, that explains much explain. Where were you, Max? Okay, yeah, because now I had to the Geshelli Labs has 3 different gain settings, and I was fucking with it before, and I obviously lowered the gain to medium, then I went to low, then I went back to high, and then I cranked up the amps all the way. So that's where we're at right now. So let's take all the covers off. While I'm doing this, I need to be able to visualize the drivers moving. So this works. So everything works. The long cable works. I'll even take this off, even though I very rarely do. The VUs sort of work. I gotta tweak them a bit. They're a little bit low. I don't understand low. I'm using the exact same thing I was using. Like I should be able to like fucking blow them up and then just tone them down. I'm gonna have to get one of those Burson like loudness cables, or use a different DAC. I'm using a cheap ass DAC. But do I really want to waste a good DAC on just VUs? I don't really feel like it. All right, we have got sound in front, everyone. No, not... fuck, I just fucked up my Media Player Classic. When you hit escape on Media Player Classic, it puts back the fucking... the default settings. So you gotta like control 2 and then control 0 3 times.
Is that you?
Yeah, right now those two 10s down there are just becoming speakers, and that's not how that works. Okay. Progress. Progress. This is progress. Thank you for stopping by today. Maybe there'll be more video tonight, or maybe I'll just, I gotta play with it. Oh shit, what time is it? Oh fuck, it's time to do the thing. Goodbye, I gotta go play games.